So because of that comment, I decided to make this entire series. The truth is, most people are interested in budget phones, like actual budget phones. So that's why in today's video, we're looking at smartphones that you could buy for 30 to 45,000 naira. Now, a couple things. One, cameras in this price range are usually not good. And I wouldn't be comparing the cameras of these smartphones I'm talking about, but at the end, I would tell you which one to get if you want the most okay camera. Two, these are just my recommendations, which phones I think you should get at this price point. So if you have any other suggestions, if there's any phone you think should be in this video, in this list, but isn't, just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, some of them would include Black Friday deals, which will be lasting for a couple weeks, so make of it what you will. Okay, so the phones now. We have the Nokia 2.3 4G, the Itl P36 Pro, the Infinix Smart 5, and the Redmi 9A, and their specs. Okay, so starting with the Nokia. It has a 6.2-inch 720p LCD display with 2GB of RAM running on the Helio A22 chipset from MediaTek. Also has 4000 mAh of battery, and really it's on this list because of its pure Android experience, plus software support. So with Android One devices, you do get up to 3 years of Android support, which this Nokia has. And it is priced at 40,290. It's a Black Friday deal, but again, I'll be leaving a link to it in the description below. The second device is the Itl P36 Pro. It has a 6.5-inch 720p display with 2GB of RAM running on the Unisoc P series processor. It's not the fastest, and it has 5000 mAh of battery, and it goes for 45,000 naira, so it barely makes this list. And yes, it has a really good battery, and that's why it's on this list as well. Next, we have the Infinix Smart 5. It's a 6.6-inch 720p display with 2GB of RAM running on the Helio A20 chipset from MediaTek, and it also has 5000 mAh of battery, and it goes for 44,300 naira. Lastly, we have the Redmi 9A, a 6.5-inch 720p LCD display running on the A25 chipset from MediaTek and has 5000 mAh of battery. It also has 2GB of RAM. So yeah, those are the phones, 4 of them, and you would notice immediately that they all have a 720p LCD display, they all have 2GB of RAM, they really have about the same processor inside of them, and about the same screen size as well. So which one are you to go with? Well, I'll make it easier for you. Well, if you're interested in camera, you want the best possible camera on this list, then you're looking towards the Nokia. It's not great, like I said before, but it is the best among the rest, with the Redmi 9A coming just behind it. If you're interested in software, you want the best software experience, then you're most likely going with Nokia as well, because it's like unfiltered, no skins on top of it, and it's great, with extra 2 years on it. Well, the problem with the Nokia would be it's kind of old, like it's the oldest. It was released in December of 2019, but because of those 2 years of additional software support, that's why it made this list. If you want the best possible battery, then you're most likely looking at the P36 Pro. It has 5000 mAh of battery, kind of similar to the Infinix as well, but the charging on the Infinix is noticeably slower than the P36 Pro. So yeah. And then if you want the biggest display, you'll go in with the Smart 5 from Infinix because it has a 6.6-inch display. It's the biggest. And then lastly, if you are interested in the fastest processor, the best possible processor, then technically you're going with the Redmi 9A because of its A25 chipset. It kind of performs just as well as the other phones in this list, but technically speaking, it has the best processor, so, yeah. And yeah, if you're thinking, oh, I actually want a phone a bit cheaper, because all the phones mentioned have been from 40 to 45,000, then yeah, I would recommend either the Itl S16 or the Itl P36. The problem with those two is they only have 1GB of RAM, so you know, yeah. But that basically is it. If you did get to this part of the video, please drop a like on it and possibly consider subscribing, and I would see you in the next one.